what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the mid-level media channel. It's time for another reorganization update here, guys. Look, I think I did one back in September or August. I think I did two last year because I like doing these towards the beginning of the year. And I know we're almost like a month into 2025, but this may, like, by the time I put this out, it may be 2 months into 2025 because I like to kind of film these types of videos over a period of time because I cannot get it all done in one day. But I've got some free time and I want to go through the collection. It's full, guys. Look at this. My shelves are full. I've got 6 of the big shelves, the Atlantic media shelves, which I do have linked down below, guys. If you're interested in these types of shelves, like they're not the fanciest shelving systems out there, the shelvings out there, but they get the job done. They've done good for me for the past 8 years that I've been collecting like I am. I think I got the first one back in 2017, I think. But they've done good for me. I've got smaller ones as well. I got one over there that has some VHS tapes on it. I've got one over there on the other side, a smaller one. I think that was actually my first one I ever got down there in the corner that kind of has my overseas stuff, my boutique stuff, second sight stuff, 101 films, that kind of thing. So they're good shelves. I do recommend them, and I have them linked down below in the description. But yeah, they're all full. Like, my shelves are full. I've got stuff on the floor again. If you can see down there next to the TV, got stuff on the floor again. It's crazy. It's madness in here. I don't know how I bought 2 big shelves last year, and I'm still out of freaking room. Like, what is going on? I've got to get rid of stuff. I really do. I've got to get rid of stuff. One of my resolutions for the year, I did a live stream about this, or goals for the year, was to get rid of at least 100 titles in the collection before the end of 2025. I could honestly probably get rid of 500. I mean, I got a collection of over 4,000, so I could probably get rid of more than that. But I want to start with just, like, you know, duplicates and things like that, things that I've upgraded, things that I don't need anymore. Now, my one rule with that is if it's got cool artwork on the Blu-ray that's different than the 4K, I'm probably going to keep it. And it also depends on, like, just how much do I love the movie and how much do I value having different editions of that movie. Another rule is if a 4K came out and I have the 4K, but that 4K did not come with a Blu-ray, because a lot of those don't come with a Blu-ray, then I will not take that out of the collection either. I like having the option of both the Blu-ray and the 4K. So if it's not a Blu-ray 4K combo pack, if it didn't come out with a Blu-ray, then I like to keep the Blu-ray in the collection. I will keep that. But if it's a duplicate that I already have a Blu-ray of in another edition, and there's nothing like super special about the artwork, then that's going to go out of the collection. So we'll see how many titles I can get rid of by that standard. I mean, I have such a tough time getting rid of stuff, guys. I really do, especially when it comes to boutiques. Like, even if I'm not a huge fan of the movie, like Bubba Hotep, like Happiness, I talked about a few months ago, like, I still have a hard time getting rid of any of the boutique stuff in my collection. But there's also some boutique stuff that I have duplicates of that I could probably get rid of as well. And look, I'm going to sell off some of this stuff. Like, if you want any of this stuff that I talk about, maybe hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, we're just, again, good old-fashioned collection update today. I've done many of these on the channel. I'm going to move some stuff around. I'm going to change some things because there is some stuff I could change. I'm probably, look, by the time I get to the end of this, I will have probably ordered and built another shelf because I need to. I honestly need to. But yeah, this is the start of this video. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Let me show you the details of what's going on back there. All right, guys. So as you can see, I mean, I've got a full wall over here. I could fit a couple of these big shelves on this wall. So I'm not, like, completely running out of space. You know, to be honest, like, I thought it was cool to bring my VHS tapes out of here. These probably need to go back in the closet. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I just need to take these off the shelf. Then I'll have this shelf to do something else with. I don't know exactly what I'll do with it, but I need this space, and I just really don't have any value in keeping VHS tapes on a shelf out here anymore. I thought I was going to, but I don't. Maybe I'll keep a couple out here because I do like the VHS aesthetic. I think it's cool. Now, I'll walk you in the closet here really quick. I've got books here on this shelf right there, but I've got a whole, like, tote of Dollar Tree movies down there that I don't even have on the shelf. I got some video games in there, which you might see some video game stuff in this video because I do want to get some of my systems out and put it on the TV over there. But this is my DVD shelf that I've got in the closet right here. All my DVDs I moved in here. You know, and these are, you know, I definitely have upgraded some of these. I don't know if I want to get rid of any of my DVDs as of this time. I probably need to. But I don't really need space in here. Like, I still got some space down there, and I'm not like really actively collecting for DVDs right now. And sometimes I just like having these older editions in the collection just to reference back to if I need to. But you know, if I'm doing reviews and stuff like that, like sometimes it's fun to go back to the DVDs and see if they had any like special features at the 4K. It doesn't. Not going to show you the rest of the room because it's a mess. Well, I mean, not really like it's a huge mess, but there's like boxes and totes and stuff everywhere. But over here, guys, you know, if you've watched my videos before, you pretty much know how I got it set up in here from the last video. But these are all my 4Ks right there on the bottom. I got some boutique stuff. Honestly, like I'm getting so many 4Ks, I need to probably remove all this and put it somewhere else. But we got box sets on the top. I got the 4 Columbia Classics editions. That Titanic edition is taking up the spot of the Columbia Classic Volume 5 whenever I get that. I'll put that there. We also got the Train Spotting, Criterion, Never Ending Story box set I got right there. Kathy's Curse, I've got up there displayed. Hellraiser, Mexico Trilogy. The Guest, we've got the Paramount Presents edition, Sawscope, other Arrow editions. I'll just kind of take you through the top real quick. That's all my Blu-ray collector sets right there. Right here, we got a big old Arrow section. Like Arrow is definitely, Arrow and Umbrella, which is over there. Those are the 2 boutique labels that are growing the most because I get those in from those boutique labels every month. Like I pretty much get every title they put out. So those are growing pretty rapidly. Like I could honestly turn this shelf into maybe just all like Arrow Video and maybe like Criterion or maybe one other boutique label since I still got some room. But yeah, the Arrow's kind of overflowing lately. And like I said, I got Criterion's down there. I got Paramount Presents, some Eureka, some Visual Vengeance, A24 stuff's at the bottom. We got Vinegar Syndrome over here that kind of moves into Severin, that kind of moves into Scream Factory, Shout Factory stuff down there. We got Kino Lorber. Like, I'm getting a lot of Kino Lorbers, so I definitely need more space for Kino Lorbers. We got Umbrella over here, guys. Like, Umbrella is the section that fills up the fastest because they put out, like, all box sets, and, like, sometimes they're pretty big-size box sets, like the Caligula set. So, and then after Umbrella stuff, guys, we got the Steelbooks, which I'm not, like, really collecting a ton of Steelbooks. I still have to slot some Steelbooks, like my top 10 Steelbooks, and then I've got newer Steelbooks down there. I'm not collecting, like, a ton of Steelbooks anymore. But, you know, it is still something that I do, you know, get from time to time. So it is something that's still going to fill up. And I also get sent some every now and then from various studios. Over here is the Blu-ray section. So I've got a lot of Blu-ray box sets up here on top. And then that kind of moves into just the regular Blu-rays. Now, this is the section I'm probably going to, you know, definitely make some room for. And when I do that, I'll move some of the other, like, smaller boutiques over here. Like, maybe a Paramount Presents, maybe a Visual Vengeance, maybe Eureka, like some of that stuff. But as I make room over here, I'll put some of that stuff over here, some of the other boutique labels, because I'll probably end up making quite a bit of space for this part. And over here, like this section, I can honestly probably move all this stuff out, but I like having the posters up here. I got my old like plasma TV that I bought back in 2006. I've had this thing forever. No, I do not watch my movies on this. I don't. Every now and then I'll watch a Blu-ray in here. Sometimes a DVD. The DVDs actually look really good on the plasma, so I like doing that. But you know, I honestly want to get like one of my older systems hooked back up so I can do a little gaming in here. So I might do that. But under here, like I've got a lot of my bootleg Blu-rays, some older DVDs, some boutique stuff that honestly, like, I think all those are duplicates and just stuff that I want to get rid of. So, yeah, I definitely need to get rid of that. Over here on top, I got some of my Steelbook sets, some other box sets like the Sony Pictures sets. And I got got some wall damage right there for some of the lights that I had, which was bad. And yeah, then that's the rest of my Blu-rays right here going all the way to the bottom. Then we got, that's a broken Halloween 2 pumpkin down there in the corner, by the way, guys. And then that's my curse. That's the spirit. I got that, from a subscriber. They sent that to me. And when it came, like, it was just all busted to crap. So that was definitely disappointing, for him and for me. Then you got my Witch little book right there. This is the screenplay of The Witch. I got this from the A24 website way back in the day because I just love the movie so much. My Exorcist box set, my Oscar, of course, guys. You know I'm Oscar award winning. And then I got my Second Sights and some other cool like overseas stuff. This is kind of like my overseas shelf right here. Everything but umbrella, basically. But yeah, trash can, guys. You guys want to? And then just some other miscellaneous stuff. That's my filming area, which I need a better setup at some point for sure. But yeah, guys. I mean, I got room. Like I could definitely have 2 shelves right there. I could just get rid of this whole section, add a shelf right here if I needed to, and probably get maybe 2 shelves here, at least 1. So I could definitely add like 4 more shelves in here. So I'm at least like a year or 2 away from like completely running out of room in here, but it's coming fast. It is coming fast. I definitely need to manage the collection a little bit better. But there you have it, guys. That's the overview. Let me do some work and then I'll come back and show y'all what I did. All right, guys. So here is where we're at right now with the collection. I have done the reorganization, at least all the reorganization I'm willing to do as of right now. But as you can see, I've got more room. I've got spots that are open. I have removed titles, guys. We're going to get into that here in a second. But yeah, just kind of going around the room. Pretty much what I did is at the beginning of the video, I showed you a VHS tape shelf over here. I took all the VHS tapes out. I put them in a plastic tote and they're now in the closet. So I've removed all those and I took that extra shelf and I brought it over here, put my second sights on it, some of my other overseas releases on it. And then I moved just some of the other boutique labels that I have a smaller amount of over here, just sort of the odds and ends and kind of things like that, like 88 films, which I actually have quite a few 88 films. Eureka, you know, MVD Visual, Full Moon, Warner Archive, Visual Vengeance, Cauldron Films, just like some odds and ends. Synops Films is on the bottom right there. And then I got the other foreign stuff. I got Radiance over here as well. TerraVision is over here as well. So as I continue to grow those, like I've got a small spot for second sight right there. But as I continue to grow the other labels, obviously I'll have to find something else to do. Like maybe I'll get a bigger shelf and put it over here. Not exactly sure just yet. But I have removed, guys. Look, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. Now we're going to do a whole segment of this video to show you. But I've got multiple stacks right here. I think I took care of my New Year's resolution with this stack right here on the table. We're going to show you what I got rid of here in a second. But I removed pretty much 100 Blu-rays from the Blu-ray shelves right here. So that's good. And they're all like duplicates and things like that. Things that I just didn't need. Now I did leave some duplicates. I'm not really going to explain why. I don't even know why fully. I wanted to keep them, so I kept them. Then I moved my A24 stuff over here to make some more room over there. Pretty much the same with like my RLJEs, Mill Creek, and all that kind of stuff at the bottom. And then I got, yeah, all my Blu-rays, and I still got room. I got the A24 editions right there next to all the A24s. But the important thing is I got room over here to expand a little bit more. Then I go over here. This is where I'm going to run into problems because I get Umbrella releases every month, and I'm out of room for Umbrella. So I think in the next couple of months, I'm going to be getting another shelf, and that's going to be like a steelbook shelf. And I'm going to move all the steelbooks over to that shelf, probably over here on this wall. And then I'll have more room for the umbrellas and then maybe another boutique label that's kind of overflowing over here. I still got my Vinegar Syndromes right here on top, my Severins on top. Now, what I did that was different is I pretty much swapped places with the Kino Lorbers because I had all kinds of extra room at the bottom after I moved all those miscellaneous labels. I moved my Kino Lorbers over here, Blue Undergrounds over here, and I moved my Criterions over here because I needed more shelf space for the Kinos, which I had over here and did not have over here. Because as you could notice before, I had all my Scream Factories in the middle right there. But yeah, moved my Criterions close to the ground. Then we got Scream Factories. Then we got Vinegar Syndrome. Still got a little room right here for my order that I'm getting in January, subscriber week stuff. And then I still got some Severin stuff over there. I think I moved a couple of things up to the top shelf as well. Kind of maneuvered some stuff around up there also. But over here, you know, Arrow Video pretty much is rapidly, you know, accumulating. I get those releases every month. So I kind of made room for more Arrow stuff. I've still got a spot right there. I could probably move those Blue Undergrounds over somewhere else at some point to make more room. And then I got the Kinos down there at the bottom. So just had to make sure I at least had enough overflow to accommodate like the next couple of months or enough shelf space to accommodate the next couple of months of pickups to give me time to get the new shelf and everything. But over here, guys, the 4Ks. And I did all the extra 4Ks that I've been accumulating for the better part of last year. I alphabetized those, so I put those back in alphabetical order. And I alphabetized my Blu-rays as well. Don't really do that with the boutique labels. I do like to keep the hard boxes together with the boutique labels, as you can see with Aero Video. And Vinegar Syndrome, just to kind of match aesthetically. I like to keep slips versus non-slips together as well. Same with Scream Factory. I do like to put 4Ks together, Blu-rays together, pretty much the same with Kino, 4Ks together, Blu-ray. So there's ways that I like organize them and separate them, but it's not in alphabetical order. The 4Ks are in alphabetical order now. The Blu-rays are in alphabetical order. And I've got room at the bottom. I've still got my MVD stuff over here. I've still got Vestron Video. And I've got Paramount Presents, which I have separated from everything else. And then I got the Screen Box releases that they kind of screwed us on because they separated between multiple lines. And then we got the Troma stuff right there, which I wanted to move Trona over to my miscellaneous shelf, but I just did not have the room. So there you have it, guys. That's what I done. Oh, I also moved some of my video game systems back out here. Got rid of all this stuff and I boxed it up, put it in the closet. There were a lot of bootleg Blu-rays down there. Some extra stuff that I might do giveaways of. It was just kind of extra. And then I brought my PS3 back out. I've been in the mood to play like some of my PS3 games like Infamous and Uncharted and stuff. So I brought that over here. I also brought my Wii U out here, hooked that up. So maybe I could play some Mario stuff at some point. Some of those games. I need to get my Wii out here as well. I'm not too into like current gaming like at all, but I like to go back every now and then, even if it's just for like 20-30 minutes. I don't have a ton of time to game anymore. And just kind of reminisce on the past, like when I was in my late teens, early 20s. Like that time for gaming was just super fun for me. But there you have it, guys. Not too much changed on the top shelves. You know, I still don't know where the hell to put this freaking Full Moon Puppet Master trunk right here. No idea. I do have my nice Overlook Hotel that I got from Spirit Halloween mat right there. I do like the way that looks in front of the shelves. But there you have it, guys. Now we're going to go sit down, and I'm going to go through every Blu-ray that I removed from my Blu-ray collection, and just to kind of let you guys know what I'm getting rid of. Because I'll probably end up selling it online, or I'll do giveaways. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it, guys, but I'm going to show it off to you guys real quick. Let's do it. All right, guys, we are back over here, and man, does that feel good to purge some titles out of the collection. I look back, I've got empty shelving space back there to be able to maneuver some stuff around. It is such a bad feeling to just have no space left on the shelf while you have all this stuff like coming in. Where am I gonna put it? Again, I could get another shelf. I got a couple of spots over there, but it's like I'm not ready to get another shelf yet. I have to hold off. So I pulled I think I pulled over 100 titles out of the collection. I'm gonna go through all these titles. Pretty much stuck to my rules, what I said. Like if I had the Blu-ray, I mean I got some 4Ks as well, but if I have the 4K already, or I upgraded, because some of these I upgraded to a Steelbook with Dolby Vision. But if I have the Blu-ray like in the 4K set, then I removed the Blu-ray. Now there were a few exceptions, some ones that I kept over there just because nostalgic reasons, or maybe I just really like the cover art or something. I just wanted to keep it. There was really like no rhyme or reason to it, but most of the stuff, guys, even some stuff was like kind of hard. I removed it from the collection. I also want to say, guys, look, when I was filming back there, my camera audio, my phone audio is not very good when I'm not like hooked up to the mic. So I apologize if the audio was a little off. But let's get into this, guys, so we can get this over with quickly. I did this in a weekend. Like I started this yesterday morning on Saturday. It is Sunday afternoon right now. So this did not take me a lengthy amount of time like I thought it was going to. I finished everything that I pretty much wanted to do this weekend. So yeah, Red Dawn is one that I pulled out of the collection. 2 Patrick Swayze titles, actually, Point Break as well. I got both of these with the Scream Factory release, so did not need those because Scream Factory is still nice enough to put the Blu-rays in there as well with the 4K scan. So even the Blu-rays look better. Poltergeist 2, I pulled out of the collection. Obviously, I've got a Scream Factory of that with a Blu-ray. Platoon, I've got a Scream Factory of that with the Blu-ray or a Shout Factory. These were kind of hard. The Expendables movies. I got these nice, like, you know, Walmart exclusive slipcovers. I don't need these. Like, there's certain slipcovers from this era, because if you guys remember, they still do it. But like Lionsgate, it felt like they would flip like their slipcovers like every single week. There would be different like cool slipcovers in there, and these are pretty cool. But you know, I got these when I didn't own the Expendables, and now I've got all the Expendables movies, 4K steelbooks from Lionsgate, and I've got this like big like Blu-ray box set from Lionsgate as well. There's no reason for me to have these other than they got, you know, cool slips. So I'll sell these off at some point, or I'll give these away at some point on the channel. Again, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. Pulp Fiction, I've got 2 4Ks of this, a steelbook and that new set from Paramount. Although I might need to double check because this is a Blu-ray. I think the 4K steelbook had a Blu-ray in it. I got to double check. But, you know, this one was all smudged up and everything. I think somebody actually sent that to me. Then we got The Thing. This is the, not the remake, but the prequel that came out in 2011. I got a Mill Creek steelbook of this, so I don't need the standalone edition anymore. Even though, like, I'm not going to talk about the movies too much, guys, but I actually like this movie quite a bit. I think it's a good prequel. Conan the Destroyer, which I would have kept this because Destroyer does not have a Blu-ray in it. Those Arrow Conans do not have Blu-rays. But I got rid of this because Destroyer was the only one I had. So it's like, it doesn't make much sense for me to keep Destroyer when I don't have Barbarian anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid. I'm not going to want to watch those on Blu-ray anyway. When I watch the Conans, like, they're going to have to be on 4K. Blade, I got the Warner Brothers 4K. That has a nice Blu-ray inside of it. So I don't need that standalone. My Bloody Valentine, got a great 4K of this with a Blu-ray with a 4K scan. Big Lebowski, got a 4K. And like I said, I went and checked like every one of these just to make sure the Blu-ray was included. Amityville Horror, just upgraded this one, but that has a Blu-ray with a 4K scan. Avatar, upgraded this one to 4K. It's got the Blu-ray, even though, like, I don't know if this has, I don't think this has 3D or anything, so I don't think there's anything like special about it. Amityville Horror, the original, got that nice Vinegar Syndrome edition. A Star is Born on Blu-ray. I've got the 4K steelbook of this. I'm not sure like why I bought this, because I bought the 4K steelbook first, and then I don't know how I got this in the collection. I don't know if I was just trying to get a duplicate copy or what, but I love this movie though. This is a great movie, great phenomenal film. Anchorman, just upgraded that to 4K. It's got the Blu-ray included. 310 to Yuma, got a nice Lionsgate steelbook of that one. Lionsgate and Shout Factory have really helped me upgrade a lot of these I'm talking about. Aliens and Alien. I like these covers. It was hard for me to get rid of both of these, but it's like there's just no reason to have these. I got 4Ks and they both have Blu-rays in them, so I don't need those. Rope. I got a nice 4K of that in the Alfred Hitchcock collection. I never got to watch this, so I bought the Blu-ray like way before that Volume 3 set came out. Never got to watch it, which was unfortunate. I should have, because it's a great movie. Rudy, got a nice 4K steelbook of that. We got Primal Fear, got the Paramount Presents edition. The Patriots, I've got on 4K now. Love The Patriot, though. I need to rewatch that. Gods of Egypt. I actually had 2 copies of this. I think somebody sent this to me and I already had it. I think like people sent it to me twice, actually, because I don't remember ever buying that. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I got the 4K of that. All right. We got Carrie. I've got this multiple times. Arrow Edition, Scream Factory Edition. I don't need a regular MGM Blu-ray. Clockwork Orange I got that on 4K from Warner Brothers. Sorry, guys. Christmas Vacation, 4K from Warner Brothers. Creature from the Black Lagoon. I got that on 4K in the Universal collection. Crybaby, got that on 4K, and that also has a Blu-ray, so don't need that. Cutthroat Island, got the Lionsgate Steelbook. Child's Play. It was hard to get rid of this. I still might keep this. I've got the Child's Play like Good Guy box Blu-ray set, and I don't need that. I mean, I got the Arrow 4K set. I've got the freaking the Shout Factories, like all the Scream Factory ones, and those all have Blu-rays. I don't need it, but it's a cool, like, different type of packaging, so I want to keep it in the collection. And I like the artwork on this one. I like the Chucky face right there. I think that's pretty creepy, but I don't need that many Chuckies in the collection. I need to get rid of it, because I also got a Child's Play 4K Steelbook. I got the Child's Play 4K from Scream Factory. I don't need it. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow on Blu-ray. This is one of the first, like, Blu-rays I got back in the day. But I got a nice 4K of that. That has a Blu-ray as well. Deadpool, I got the 4K. This has a Blu-ray. Don't need that. Dirty Dancing, got a nice 4K steelbook. Dread with the slip cover, guys. This is a pristine slip cover too. I had a tough time parting with this, but I got a nice 4K steelbook of that. Don't need it. We also got Dark Man, got a Scream Factory edition. We've got Dante's Peak and Daylight, which I can't get rid of this until I actually have those in my possession. But Dante's Peak and Daylight are getting 4Ks from Kino Lorber very soon, and they're both gonna have Blu-ray, so I don't need this double pack. We also got Dracula, the original, which I've got the Universal collection with Dracula on 4K. Don't need it. Dune on Blu-ray. I don't need that. I think I found this at a Goodwill, and then I upgraded it to 4K later on or something. I found this for like $1, so I got it. Shaun of the Dead got I got a Blu-ray steelbook, and I also got a 4K steelbook of that, so I definitely don't need that. Silent Hill got a Scream Factory edition of this. Punisher Warzone and the Punisher with John Travolta. I've got 4K steelbooks of those from Lionsgate. Don't need it. No Country for Old Men. Just upgraded this to the Criterion Collection. Don't need that. These were hard. I did not want to part with these because I love the franchise, but I like the artwork on all these. And I actually think that this artwork looks better than the steelbooks a little bit, even though it's kind of the same thing. But again, I got these on Blu-ray and 4K in those 4K steelbooks. I don't need these in the collection. Hard choices have to be made, guys. They do. Jackie Brown, just upgraded that to 4K. Inglourious Bastards, just upgraded. That's 4K. And the Universal has the Blu-ray. Even though the Arrow Video does not have the Blu-ray, but the Universal Edition does have the Blu-ray, which I have that. Hugo. I got rid of this one because the Arrow Edition of Hugo actually has the Blu-ray in it. It's one of the few like recent 4Ks that has the Blu-ray because it has that 3D on it, but it also has 2D available as well. So that has the Blu-ray. So I'm getting rid of the regular Blu-ray for that one. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, got the 4K of this from Kino Lorber. Hollow Man, I upgraded this one to a steelbook from Mill Creek. Heat, I upgraded that one to 4K from Disney. The Hurt Locker, they did a 4K steelbook of that. Gone with the Wind. I had 2 copies of this in the collection. Maybe I should keep this in case they try to cancel the movie again. Godzilla, I've got a 4K of this one. Fall, I got a 4K steelbook of that one from Lionsgate. Face Off, 4K from Kino. The Faculty, 4K from Scream Factory. Fargo, 4K from Shout Factory. Elf, 4K from Warner Brothers. I'm trying to get through this quickly, guys. So these are the 3 Kinos that I'm getting. I try to look at my boutiques. I didn't look as in depth. It's harder for me with Scream Factory because it's got different artwork, and I want to keep that artwork in. If only just for like, you know, cataloging purposes, or if I do videos on this stuff later on. I think these have different artwork as well, so maybe I'll keep these, but I was going to get rid of my Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more because I got the 4Ks, and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Just got the 4K of that one. I may decide to put these ones back. I don't know. But we got Sicario as well on Blu-ray. Got a 4K steelbook of that. I got Rambo Last Blood right here, 4K steelbook of that. The Raid, I've got 2 4Ks of this from Umbrella and from Sony. Pacific Rim, got the 4K of this. I think that was an early Blu-ray for me as well. No Strings Attached. I actually had this in a Blu-ray double pack with How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I think I found that at Big Lots. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. Like, maybe I'll watch it at some point. I don't know. Matrix Reloaded. So here's the thing. I had 2 of these like this. Actually, no, 3 of these like this. So Men in Black 3, which I actually remember liking. This is like a Paris edition, or it's like a French edition. Why did I say Paris? It's a Canadian edition, but it has the French on it because Canadians speak French. Some of them do anyway. But anyway, Men in Black 3, I don't like that font on it, so I'm going to get rid of this. I'm also going to get rid of the 3rd Mummy film, and I'm going to get rid of the 2nd Matrix movie, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do all of these like this, because there are 4K collections of all of these, and I might just go ahead and get all of those 4K collections when they go down in price a little bit more. That way I don't have to just have these random ones, because I don't have Revolutions. I don't have The Mummy or The Mummy Returns on Blu-ray at all. I don't even think I might have The Mummy on 4K. I'm not exactly sure. And then I just have the first one, the 4K steelbook of that. So I might try to buy the 4K collections of all these just to have them in the collection. Matilda, got a 4K steelbook of that. The Man Who Shot at Liberty Valance. I wanted to keep this just because I love the movie, but I'm like, why? I got a nice Paramount Presents edition of that. Magnificent Seven, got a Shout Factory 4K of that. The Mist, got a Lionsgate steelbook of that. So yeah, I feel like Shout Factory and Lionsgate like helped me upgrade a lot of these Blu-rays. The Matrix, got the Warner Brothers 4K. Kindergarten Cop, Kino 4K. John Wick 2, I got multiple 4K editions of this, steelbooks, and also I think a Blu-ray steelbook as well. Same with the first John Wick, plus I just got a 4K edition of that from Lionsgate, and it has the Blu-ray as well. All the Jurassic Park movies I got on Blu-ray. I was like, do I really want to get rid of these? Because these are like, at least the first three were early Blu-rays for me as well. But I got the 5 film collection on 4K. And then I got Dominion, I think, separately. But they all have Blu-rays, and I don't need these by themselves anymore. Let me stack these up here real quick, guys. Big stack over there. All right, couple 4Ks I got. I got Air Force One. I've got the Sony 4K Steelbook that has Dolby Vision, and that also has a Blu-ray as well. It should have a Blu-ray anyway. Hell or High Water, got a nice 4K Steelbook of that. Do not need the standard 4K anymore. So those are the two 4Ks I'm getting rid of. World War Z, got a 4K in the Paramount Scares box set. Volume 2, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, got a 4K of that from Disney. Warrior, got a 4K Steelbook of that from Lionsgate. Wonder Woman, I've got this on Blu-ray multiple times, different editions, Steelbooks. I don't need a standalone Blu-ray of that. The Wailing, got a 4K of that. Usual Suspects, got a 4K of that from Kino Lorber. Taxi Driver, got a 4K. I kind of wanted to keep this just because of the artwork, but I think the 4K I got in the Columbia Classics Volume 2 set has the same artwork, so I'm getting rid of it. The Thing, Blu-ray, I've got the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I've got the 4K from Universal, so I definitely don't need... And I even think the 4K from Universal has a Blu-ray as well, so I don't need the standard Universal Blu-ray. Tropic Thunder, got the 4K from Kino. All the Transformers, or at least the 4 of the first 5 Transformers on Blu-ray right here. Going to get rid of all these because I got a nice steelbook set. Even though I've got Bumblebee as well, but I left Bumblebee in the collection because it's like a special edition and it has like a comic book inside. Like, that's what I'm talking. If it's something special, I left it over there just in case I wanted to keep it. To Live and Die in LA, I'm getting rid of that. That has a Kino 4K. Snowpiercer, gonna get rid of this. Just upgraded it, 4K steelbook. We got the Social Network on 4K in the Columbia Classics Volume 2, so I'm gonna get rid of the Blu-ray. This is like a crap show of an edition right here. Had a big sticker on top. When I peeled it off half the cover. So it's like I definitely don't need to keep this in the collection. I don't even know if anybody would want this, but I'll sell it to a thrift spot or something. Maybe give it to Goodwill. I don't know. Sum of All Fears, upgraded that to 4K. Serpico, upgraded that to 4K. Stand By Me, got a nice 4K steelbook of that. Stir of Echoes, just upgraded that to 4K. Signs, just upgraded that to 4K. The Sixth Sense, upgraded that to 4K, and both of those had Blu-rays. Species, got a nice 4K of that from Scream Factory. I've also got, I think, a Species box set from 88 Films. We've got Spaceballs. I've got that 4K from Kino. Reservoir Dogs, got a couple of 4K steelbooks of that, so I definitely don't need that. And then the 2 Resident Evil films, Resident Evil Afterlife and the first Resident Evil. I've got the Resident Evil 4K set from Sony, so I don't need those. So there you have it, guys. I got to box all this stuff up, figure out what I'm going to do with it. If you want, like, if anybody wants everything I showed off, like, make me an offer on social media. I might take you up on it because that would definitely be easier than me like splitting all this stuff up and shit. I am terrible with shipping stuff. I hate it. So if anybody wants to take everything I just showed off, just hit me up on Instagram or X or whatever, or leave me a place to contact you in the comment section. But thank y'all so much for watching this Blu-ray reorganization video / purge of my collection. That's kind of what this is going to end up being. But yeah, we'll do another one of these halfway through the year when I get my new shelves. I'll probably get a couple of new shelves. I'll end up doing that because the collection is going to grow. Like I'm still collecting pretty hardcore right now, so collection is going to grow. But it feels good. I know this is like 100 titles, so it feels good to knock off one of my New Year's resolutions right here. But thank y'all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and we'll see you next time.